Oh, speaking of Cliff, need you to check in, bud. Yep. Starting lineup for the Formula One Amain is going to be Brian Davis with a TQ of a 27 and a 507.843, followed by Eddie Beecham, Anthony Wheeler, Cliff McCardle, and Terry Holloway. Alrighty, so I think we got all the marshals we need.
1 minute
We're
to the
getting
start
a little
of the
bit of
race.
last-minute track adjustments. This is going to be an intense race. Eddie, you can win it on the first lap. Once I find where the heck this mouse went, we will go live. All right. Marshals.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right. Marshals, look alive. Formula One Amain, less than 5. And they're off. I saw a little move, but it's fine. You stopped right before. Brian Davis out in front. Good, solid. Oh, little contact back in the chicane. Oh, Anthony on his lid. He's going to have to work to make up to get that back up to that third spot. Battle not too much up at the front. Eddie's still in hot pursuit of Brian Davis. Brian Davis out in front in command of the race. Cliff in the 3, Terry in the 4, Anthony in the 5. Anthony now taking over that spot over from Terry Holloway. Fast lap of the race goes to Brian Davis with a 10.7 so far. Eddie Beecham 11.7. Cliff 12.8. Oh, a little bit of contact on the straightaway. Clear. Anthony out trying to get around Cliff McCardle there going through the chicane. Oh, gets around him on the 180 through the horseshoe. I want to say shoehorn. I ain't called it in a hot minute. Eddie Beecham with his fast lap of the race of an 11.112. 9/10 the gap between him and Brian Davis. 1 minute down coming up this lap. So we got Brian, Eddie, Anthony back up in that
left.
3, Cliff in the 4, Terry in the 5. Eddie Beecham now making some big-time moves up on Brian Davis. 6/10 the gap, adding the pressure on to the green machine. The reigning Texas State champ, Eddie Beecham. I'm going to beat that dead horse till his day. I'm going to all day. Brian Davis. Oh, careful going to the straightaway. Careful sweeper. Oh, contact between Brian and a flipping car. Oh, cartwheel. Sticks the landing. Semi-trucks, don't forget you're up next. Get through tech. We got 3:09 left to go. We got Brian Davis still out in front. 2.7 the gap between him and Eddie. Anthony in the 3, Cliff in the 4, Terry in the 5. 4.8 back is Cliff off of Anthony. That is your closest
3 minutes
race.
left.
Now it's between Eddie and Brian of a 3.1 the gap. Oh, Brian with a little tippy-tappy there. Getting it caught wrong on the dot. Looks like that contact with the lap car did not affect his car any. Now he's just coming around. Cliff getting around him clean. Good line. Anthony turns his fastest lap of the race of an 11.673. 2.7 now the gap between Eddie and Brian. Gap is narrowing. Now 2.6 that lap as Eddie gets around Cliff as well. Nice and clean. Brian Davis out in front in command. New fast lap for Anthony for himself, 11.5. Brian Davis turning 10.7, 4.8 still that fast lap. Done on lap 2. Brian Davis now with an 11.1 that lap. Oh, Eddie Beecham getting it wrong, catching it wrong. Oh, no, we're going to see. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the car.
2 minutes left.
I think he's good. This is now Brian Davis's race to lose. He has to keep it clean for only 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go. Oh, contact between Anthony and Cliff. Lands it on all fours. Brian Davis now trying to get around them as well. Cliff, I don't know where he was going there. Brian Davis getting around him. Now getting around Anthony. Clean track ahead of the green machine there. Eddie Beecham, 7.4 now the gap with 1:30 left to go in this main. This race is not over. I have seen him lose races from further. I'm not wrong. Now 7 seconds. Eddie Beecham now trying to catch Brian Davis. Now 6.6 the gap that time around. Eddie Beecham turning some hot laps here, trying to get back to that rear end of that green machine. 6.1 now the gap.
1 minute left.
1 minute left to go. Brian Davis out in front, 6.1. We'll see where the gap is this time around. Now 5.6. This could be a race at that gap. Ooh, Brian Davis darting it down the straightaway. It ain't over till it's over. Until you hear that tone go and you see that car cross the line. This race is not over. With 30 seconds left to go this time by. The gap between Brian and Eddie is 6 seconds now. Brian trying to stretch it out some. Doesn't even want to give Eddie a chance. Oh, Eddie Beecham has lost his rear wing. Oh, that looks really cool. I know it's really, really hurting the handling. But it's like it's on a roller coaster. It looks like Brian Davis is going to lock this one up as he comes around for the final tone. This time, he may get a victory lap. He will get his victory lap as everyone else is going to race it to the line,
Anthony Wheeler done.
But Brian
Cliff
Davis
done.
coming through the horseshoe now
Eddie
onto the
Beecham
straightaway,
done.
taking the Formula One
Brian
Amain
done.
at the Toys for Tots
drivers are
2022. Now, hear this. Euro Truck Amain. Need to have everyone's trucks ready.
The race is completed.